Hey folks, how are things? It's Erika again, and it's nice to have you back on my YouTube channel. This time we're gonna do the topic of Japanese candlesticks. What are they all about and how to make use of them? We'll cover all of these. And of course, I will be opening a few binary options trades at the same time, so make sure you watch this video up to the end. In the description below this video, you will find a link to my Telegram channel, where you can ask me any questions. Besides, you will find a link to my private Telegram channel there, where I share my daily trading signals. Send me a direct message in my private Telegram channel and get my personal link for PocketOption registration, which will give you a 50% bonus on your deposit. And now, let's go to PocketOption and let's get going. I'll be trading the Euro-US dollar currency pair. The payout is 91%. Using indicators of the Donchian channel, the Williams percent range and the Arun, I propose to open an up trade for 1 minute with $350 in, and yes, the time frame today is M2. In this situation, indicator signals helped me. The blue Arun line responsible for the uptrend was at the level of 100 and the red one responsible for the downtrend was below the level of 50. This combination indicates the predominance of the uptrend over or downtrend and accordingly a possible price increase. In addition, the Williams line was in the overbought zone located between the 0 and -20 levels, while it occupied the highest possible position, which also indicates a possible increase in price. And as you can see, the signals were right, the price is growing well and reaching the resistance level. And this brings us a $318.5 profit. Now we have to choose a new entry point into the trade. In the meantime, we're assessing this situation. I propose to study what Japanese candlesticks are, because our price chart consists of them, green and red. Surprisingly, the fact is that Japanese candlesticks are more than 250 years old, but Western traders learned about them only in the 90s of the last century. Before them, traders used bars. On the first basics of the technical analysis, Charles Dow even used an interesting way, such as the tic-tac-toe chart. In those distant times, Japanese traders actively traded rice. Like all stock speculators, they needed a method of technical analysis. The price we see on the chart is just a set of numbers. The price can change several times per second, so we need a method to organize and display the price movement in a graphical form, a method for analyzing prices on different time frames. And now, I see a reversal of the Williams line and open a down trade for 1 minute with $350 in. Despite the high level of the blue line of the Arun indicator, I believe that the price decline may continue, because it is at the conditional resistance level. Let's see if I'm right, but now we'll continue. So, the Japanese candle is a method that displays the price movement for a period that we have chosen. It has a candle body, which depending on the direction of the price movement is colored green or red, upper and lower shadow. In addition, the high value of the price, the low value of the price, the closing price, the opening price. The essence of the candle is very simple. The body of the candle is formed by the opening and closing price for this selected time frame. The shadow is the high and the low value of the candle for this time frame. And here is another trade completed, and it brought us $318.5. Moving on, I remember my first time dealing with a Japanese candle. Then I did not immediately understand what it was. To understand its essence, you just need to understand its structure, which I have just described. Look at our price chart. It's perfectly clear that the shadows of the candle is the highest value, and the body is formed by the opening and closing prices on the time frame that we have chosen. The Japanese candle itself is a powerful indicator. There's an opinion that American traders were introduced to candles by Steve Nyson, who got to know about them through a Japanese trader. And since you have paid attention to the chart, I will open another down trade for 1 minute with $350 in. Here, the signals are similar to the previous ones, while the Williams line has left the overbought zone. Let's observe and continue in parallel. Indeed, Steve, you can find his books online, was one of the pioneers. However, he wasn't the first one at all. but Seiki Shimizu. Seiki also released the first English language book about candles, which is called The Japanese Chart of Charts. Check it out. However, it does not matter who first showed candlesticks to Western traders. It is important what to do with them. Now, a whole industry of technical analysis is built around candlesticks. There are a lot of candles on the charts, but all of them can be divided into the following three subtypes. Bullish candles, green. For these candles, the closing price is always greater than the opening price. Bearish candles, red. And here, on the contrary, the price started higher and during the lifespan of the candle fell lower. Finally, a doji is when the opening and closing values of the candle coincide. Another trade has ended and brought us $318.5. As you have already noticed, candles come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Let's say, for example, a candle called a marubozu is a candle without shadows or with tiny shadows. One solid full body. Now let's see what kind of signals this or that candle can give. But I will immediately note that you don't need to perceive candles as a signal in itself. Their value is interpreted depending on which market zone they are in, which candlesticks are located nearby, and on other factors. And right now, I see an interesting signal from the Williams indicator and open an up trade for 1 minute with $350 in. After all, its line reversed and began to grow again. We will monitor our trade and let's continue. The main thing that everyone is interested in, of course, which candles can confirm the market reversal for a confident entry into the trade. Candles that guarantee this have not been invented, but there are very good options. One of the main candlesticks that the Japanese immediately point is to takuri. The Americans call it a pin bar, where pin is the shadow of a candle that is longer than the body. Another name is hanged. It is also a hanging man. A bunch of names, the essence is the same. According to the Japanese, the specific color and body size of such a candle does not play a special role. The main thing is the lower shadow, which is much longer than the body. This is the difference between takuri and marubozu. The shadow is equal to the length of the body. And now another trade has ended and we added $318.5 to our account. Let's continue. Takuri can be both in a downtrend and called hammer, or in an uptrend, and then it's called hanging man. While they can be both red and green, the next candle is called a shooting star. Its shadow is directed upwards, and this is the reverse version of the takuri. Such candles reflect, of course, investor psychology. Their long shadow is an indication that during the candle the bears were significantly stronger than the bulls. However, not fully to the bull's side, especially if the lower part of the body is large enough. Of all the existing candlesticks, pin bars have the strongest signal. It needs to be interpreted using trends, channels, support and resistance, and other candlesticks, as well as confirmed, if necessary, by some indicators, such as oscillators. And remember, pin bars cannot be used as an independent signal. On the chart, we see that the price is near the resistance level, so we will open a down trade for 1 minute with $350 in. Well, let's continue. The books by Steve Nyson, Gregory Morris and Stephen Bigelow feature hundreds of candle combinations. There are very, very many of them. What I want to emphasize here is you won't memorize hundreds of variations of these candles. And no one memorizes them all, except super geeks. The secret of successful trading is not at all how many candles and their combinations you have memorized. It is enough to choose 3 to 4 combinations and integrate them into your trading system. In this set, there should be takuri and marubozu as the most powerful candles. The rest will be selected depending on which candles you are more often able to find on the charts. Speaking of charts, our trade is coming to an end and again confidently brings us $318.5 net profit. But its completion leads to the end of today's trading session, and let's have a look at the results. So, Japanese candlesticks are a highly effective tool in binary options trading. They are tried and tested, informative, and easy to use. Their formative value makes it possible to identify the main patterns. Candlestick patterns and formations help traders understand price action and make more informed decisions on opening binary options trades. At the same time, we didn't skip trading. Within 9 minutes, I opened 5 successful trades and earned $1,592.5, which is a very good performance. I do hope the information you got today will help you make money on binary options. That said, if you're not experienced enough, it is essential that you carefully assess the current market situation before entering a trade. By and large, I recommend you to use the indicators whose signals you can read, for this helps reduce the risk and make a profit in the long term. I would like to encourage you to keep binary options because, as we can see, the analysis techniques are super simple here. And before we say goodbye, in the description below this video, you will find a link to my Telegram channel, where you can ask me any questions you have. You will also find a link to my private Telegram channel there, where I share my daily trading signals. And more, if you direct message me on my private Telegram channel, you will receive a personal link to the PocketOption registration, which will give you a whopping 50% bonus to your deposit for free. Now, dear friends, this is a pretty nice offer. Thank you for being with me all this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. That's about all for today. Good luck in the market. Take care, folks, and see you soon in the next video.